Hey guys, Stephen27 here with a battle replay for an online game I've recently played in Napoleon Total War. Here we are with my army. Me and my opponent agreed to have only a 10 unit max, which I thought was an interesting idea, and I agreed to it. So here we go. And there, well, fast forward. Yeah, I was kind of looking for a defensive build. Of course, since you only have 10 units, and of course, since I have it on the amount of money on large, you can basically upgrade everything. I actually forgot to do that. I upgraded all these guys, but I somewhat foolishly forgot to upgrade everything else. And starting, I'll slow it down a little bit. I mean, the units are good, but yeah, the fact that I did not upgrade everyone as much as I could definitely showed to be a weakness as the battle progressed. But we'll get on. Let's see what he has. Here we have Jaegers, more Jaegers. As you can see, very highly upgraded, all of them. Lifeguards, also highly upgraded. The General, who cannot be upgraded, of course. If he could be, he would, I'm sure. And then we have mounted Jaegers, shooting cav, and more mounted Jaegers, who really proved very valuable for the Swedish player. And as you will see. And here I have my cavalry looking for where to flank around. You can see mounted Jaegers are probably about to do the same thing on my flank, I mean. And I see that pretty quickly. And you will probably see me moving these Uhlans over soon, I would think. Yeah, there they go. They're moving over. Here they go. I think I send some Crossiers over in a second. Yep. Yeah, there they go. I don't know why. I don't think I made them charge anyone, but anyway, there they go. And yeah, these guys, I really underestimated their cav at the very beginning of this, because they're just shooting cav. They can't do anything to my heavy cavalry, right? Wrong. But we'll see that in a second. And I move over some Jaegers. And at first, it was kind of a standoff, but stops in a second. Yeah, they have a very good army composition. Of course, the problem they play is Sweden, so they don't have all the special elite units that someone like Prussia would have. Yeah, they're pulling back. I kind of ordered them into a diamond, and that's not very smart when you play. I probably excuse me, shouldn't have done that, especially since they have they're basically mounted Jaegers. These guys on horseback, so that probably was not the best of ideas. And I think we go over here, and these guys get raked by these guys. I wasn't paying attention. I don't even know why I was ordering them over there. I really don't. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, they are coming in. These guys are about to fire in 3, 2, 1. Yep, there they go. And I finally figure it out and realize it right there. Or these guys to charge, and these guys just get destroyed. Yeah, there we go. I mean, we get a few of them because since these have lances, they do good damage to them when they actually charge. But yeah, they're already running. Though we did do some damage to them right there with my my Crossiers were completely useless. At least that much of them. The other one does do some good use. You can see that I am having this guy go around the flank, and at least you're looking for an opening. And we did find one eventually, but not for a long time. But yeah, here we go. At this point, it's still a stalemate, because these guys can't go in, really, yet, at least, because I have a decent amount of troops over here now to back up my Jaegers and my very severely depleted Uhlans. And he sees what I'm doing with my Crossiers, and he moves away. I think these guys charge pretty soon. I'm not sure. Yeah, I see that. I move away. Because I do not. After this, no way. There's no way I'm gonna charge these guys. They are somewhat depleted, but it just wouldn't be worth it. Because if these guys survived at all, they immediately get routed by the guys in support right here. And there they go. And then I realized I had made a big mistake. Because, I mean, they're guarding my flank, but these guys are just going to come and wipe these guys out, even with these guys in support. And here they come. Still haven't realized it. Still haven't realized it. Still haven't realized it. Still haven't realized it. There we go. I finally noticed. And yeah. Now they're shaking, steady. These guys moving the charge. I turn these guys back around. I move in. My foot guards come and help out. At this point, these guys are in very bad shape. However, you know, my opponent basically just said, well, if I can destroy or severely deplete these Jaegers, then that's worth it, one cavalry unit. He does look like he does try to get them out, but he's not able to. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, because there they go, and then they go right back into my field of fire. Then all my guards fire, and they're routed. I mean, shattered. They're already routed, and those guys are done for the day. These guys are in very bad shape. They're very severely depleted. So overall, that move was very beneficial for him, and very bad for me. And at this point, they have the one advantage I think I really did have was probably in my light infantry, with Fusiliers. I think, yep, Fusiliers and Jaegers. It was the only advantage I really had throughout the first half of the game. Yeah, I still have their. Oh wait, no, they're here. But yeah, I move them in my cavalry back around to try to get an advantage. And moving them into support. Speed up a little bit until something happens. Oh, they're moving forward a little bit. Yeah, there they go. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a duel here, and I really should have seen this coming. I was trying to get them in to get a shot off. I did not see this coming at all, unfortunately. They actually did some damage to my foot guards as well, and I moved them off. Yeah, this is actually a very good game, but good match, I mean. I mean, they're trying to move in, and I started moving these guys in. They got hit. Actually, not as bad as it looks. I moved them back, try to get them around, and they just kind of flipped out. Wouldn't do what I wanted them to do, and really succeeded in making me very unhappy. And he's trying to move troops around and flank me, and I kind of just refuse the line a little bit. Do like that. In a second. Yeah, I got these guys away. Move in my cavalry. Yeah, and I've outflanked them now. They're in a very bad position right there. Not really able to fire on them with any real effect. Yeah, they got raked there. Well, not really raked, actually. There they did, though. Move them back again. Yeah, my guys are right there. Yeah, these guys are in bad shape. But yeah, he tried to move around, but yeah, actually, I was voice chatting him at the time. He was getting very frustrated. I would refuse to engage him directly, because if I had, I would have gotten destroyed. At least at this point. Because at this point, he had, most of his army well intact. And he had an advantage, really had an advantage in cavalry. And plus, of course, these guys are much better upgraded. So, in a stand-up fight, my guys would have lost very badly. Yeah, then I realized I need to move those guys back. I was trying to steal a march on these guys and get them really ground down. And they actually are. These guys are pretty well. They've lost almost a third. Well, these guys are barely lost anyone at all. Yeah, they're getting raked. And then I foolishly move in these guys again. And at this point, he decides to do something about my advantage in Jaegers. And yeah, those guys are out, I'm pretty sure. Goes for these guys. Gets them. Get them in the nick of time. Except for these idiots who decide it was a good idea to stand behind and get shot and get killed. There they go. There we go, there we go. Actually was some friendly fire there, but it was better than what might have happened. And now by this time, these guys have really been ground down, and they've completely lost their cavalry advantage. Well, meanwhile, I tried to move my troops to steel march on them, maybe hit them once or twice, and my U-lines at this point were shattered, and I lost them for the rest of the game. But yeah, the cavalry advantage is now pretty much even. With his 31 mounted Jaegers and my 41 Cuirassiers. At this point, these guys are very, very badly shot up. Not sure what. Oh, and at this point, he tried to make another charge on my Fusiliers. This time, they do succeed in getting there and do cause some significant damage.
Sir, sir,
yeah,
our general is under attack.
That big volley there. Though my guys do succeed in killing a few of them before they get there, and my cavalry comes in to try to save the day. But yeah, their light infantry was really badly shot up here. And unfortunately, I lost quite a few people when I moved in to save my Fusiliers. And this time they moved off to try to get away. I'm guessing they're trying to get away. Yeah, they were getting away. And this time they were 11 guys, they're going to rout no matter what. There they go, shattered. And now my cavalry has a big advantage. I'm actually somewhat surprised those guys didn't rout at the time, but yeah, it's all good. Yeah, then they moved them in to try to get them behind the stakes for protection from my cavalry, though I had no intention of charging those guys at all. And also to support, yeah, I moved those guys back. At this point, their general was trying to use them as cavalry, which doesn't really work out, as you will see. And I'm moving my Jaegers again, try to get a good shot off, and then move away. There they go. And open fire, I think. I like to think so. There they go. And then I get them away as quick as I can. Which actually worked perfectly. Because now their light infantry is really, really shut up. And then moving in my Fusiliers to flank. Because these guys are actually fairly ground down. Their light infantry is almost non-existent, and these guys have been taking some light casualties already. And then he moved in to try to flank me. Obviously it didn't work, because he's coming straight at my guys, but of course these guys are much more disciplined than these guards, and much more upgraded. At this point, it could have gone either way, really, depending on what he did. But then the general ran into these stakes, and it was over. Which I think is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in a video. I mean, the guy did not see them at all, forgot about them, and then he just kind of rage charged. And yeah, found my guys in squares. Yvette does recover his senses enough to stop the charge, some of them at least, before they get there. But I have to say, I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, they do get there. And then he stops right before they get there. And it actually worked fairly well because he's able to get his lifeguards to shoot them while they're all bunched up. But during this time, yeah. And then I undo the square, and then he charges. After getting a good volley in, of course. Yeah, I thought my opponent played very well. And at this point, you know, even if they're not, the cavalry is not charging, forming a square with melee still does work very effectively, just in melee in general. At this point, I have the army completely flanked. And, I mean, it still could go either way. It depends on these two melee fights, which could go either way, really. Well, these guys are actually probably screwed, because they are already very, very reduced. And they're out of this square. And they actually, they routed. And then at almost exactly the same time, these guys routed, which I thought was hilarious. And this fight is really just about over. These over there. And they form squares, because I was kind of menacing with my cavalry. I really actually would order charges just to get the noise, to get them, like, to get them nervous, and then stop a charge, and eventually just started to ignore it, because you get so used to it. And at this point, the battle's really over. I outnumber them significantly. I'm flanked them. My cavalry is, you know, the general is dead, so their morale is very badly taxed because of that. So really, yeah, it's very, yeah, then they go, they're shattered, and then I moved in these guys, which, because of the fact I've been charging them so much, well, quote, charging, they didn't get to a square, so they're already upon them, like that. And then I moved all my guys in for a final bayonet charge. Moving them all in to try to fire. I moved these guys away because obviously that would be they already formed a square. Had these guys fire to try to die charged. These guys come back in shortly, and now it's over. It's over for these guys. They fought bravely, but my guys just was able to flank them, and of course their general died, so that was definitely a big help. And then somehow my general died. I am not sure how that happened. I'm guessing what happened was friendly fire from these guys over here. But yeah, here we go. I actually got my my achievement for that, because his skill rating was actually twice mine. So, and that was actually my first victory in Napoleon. Napoleon I've struggled with, really. And that was it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you guys later.